a young girl, I thought that just being the leader and the fighter for my family and the kids as the oldest child at the time was just kind of fortuitous. That's where I placed in the family, that's what I did. But from the time that I was young, I've served as not only a volunteer for foster care, but also a foster parent and for runaway. I've served in all kinds of capacities, whether it's training kids that are running through our criminal justice system or women that are in prison. These are ancillary responsibilities that I took on in addition to working, in addition to serving on leadership, whether it's the Citizens Review Committee or it's the U.S. District Court's evaluation and putting in policies in Tampa. I build people. I build communities. It's what I always say I do. It took a while to figure out what the niche is. What is it that you do, Sheila? And so I began to just search for where my heart beat and how can I change my city. We're at a pivotal point of great transition. We've been here before, and I believe it requires a steward with great passion, with great leadership skills, and with experiences that can be bartered in reading contracts and negotiations and drafting policies and serving as a legislative agent for you. I believe in the sovereignty of the people, and that government actually, because it never makes a dime, lives and breathes because of you. And so that means I've come to be an agent and a representative of our government on behalf of the people. I'm following through. I believe somehow that my background, do I get to finish the sentence? Means that I'm positioned to take on the job immediately without a high learning curve. Every time we talk about the 8+ acres there, I only think about when I was age 29 years old and we began to move all the people out of that district. And we systematically eliminated one of the oldest African-American neighborhoods here. I remember the promises because $474 million was set aside to eliminate blight and to eliminate poverty. Somehow or another, by 1986, we were building a stadium. We've eliminated nothing. All we did was eliminate people, their homes, their businesses. 200+ businesses, 12 churches. So when we talk about the stadium, there's a certain passion that I have for the people who had to move. When we talk about the stadium that we leased for $1 per year after we moved all of those people, there's a concern I have. When the Rays say they want to move, I believe in each individual's choice to make a decision. So I would look for a bifurcated process. The Rays should be able to look anywhere they want to. Tampa, Hillsborough, that's just fine with me. But the next thing that must happen is the citizens get to see what next we make a decision to. No one should ever buy or purchase anything without knowing its history, its current impact, and its future. We're asked to buy a bundle. It should be bifurcated. They should first get an opportunity to do whatever is best for your company. Yes. They're doing 6 of their games away from here this year. That's going to impact our city. So they're taking advantage of their ability as an individual company to make some decisions. We need to take advantage of our ability as individual people to make decisions. Allow people to do, if they're no longer in love with our city, allow them to look elsewhere. But it'll be time then to make a decision about what happens next and what does that buyout looks like. Because then we'll be taking into consideration the history, the current circumstances, and we'll be taking into consideration what we look for in the future of building downtown and what we really want to happen. I thank you very much. That's my name. I appreciate the question. When you say civil citations, immediately I am noticing that somehow or another the taxpayer gets off the hook for incarceration. Massive incarceration in the United States is a travesty. There are many things, many nonviolent occurrences that do not necessitate us paying for a bed and a meal. There are ways, there are programs, there are procedures that can be enacted that will help us get on the right path for minor infractions, where violence is not a part of that crime, where the greatness of the person still lives. We need to be able to extract that, not have them making license plates in prison, but have them earning a wage, have them push position to be trained and to be a contributor to the tax base of our cities. Miami has begun something that the rest of the state, I'm sure, will follow. Why should we be planning 4 more prisons? Shouldn't we be planning at least 4 to 15 more schools, or colleges, or jobs, or career centers? I believe we've hit on something in our city, because this means that the people are recognizing that people are still valuable. A mistake does not end the life. It is time for someone to say, we must make a change and not simply lock up our children or lock up our people when they make a mistake. I love redemption stories, and I believe this gives an opportunity for us to regain territory in redeeming people who end up going on our tax base as we're paying for them, instead of them having the fruitfulness of their independent ability to work and have honor and have dignity.